don't love you back. Out here grinding in a life of crime.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome right here to the Change Reality Show. We kicking it live right here in sunny Arizona, but we out here at night right now, and we kicking it with my homeboy all the way from Cali, my man Terrance Stone. What's up, T Stone?
You found me?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I mean, why don't you introduce yourself formally to the fans, man, and let them know what your deal is.
All right. My name is Terrance Stone. I'm president, CEO of Young Visionaries Youth Leadership Academy. We out there in California, making it happen with these kids, getting them out of gangs, getting them in college, getting them jobs and things like that. That's what I'm dedicated to. That's what I do.
My man. Hey, we want to just ask everybody, man, what made you put that movement together, man, and what made that vision come about?
Yeah, well, me, it was just about, I was in gangs, second generation, 15 years active in street gangs and things like that. So just coming out of that, it was only like my duty, my right to help these other kids that let them know that they don't have to go through what I went through. It don't matter what's their background, where they came from, right, or whatever. Just try to have them make it happen. In life, and just let them know that you can be whatever you want to do or be. You just just about making that happen. But instead of just telling them, we try to provide resources so that we can help them make that happen. Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I would just like for you to tell them, T Stone, what kind of programs do you have at your organization to help these youths out? And I would like for you to give them all that information, and if some youngster would like to contact you, please get that information out as well in your website. So let them know what kind of programs you provide there.
Okay, cool. We got one of my favorite programs. It's a program called From Pistols to Pencils. That program, it's a youth advocacy training program to train young people to advocate for their rights against gang gun violence in the community. But we also, with that, we got the music studio for them. We working with Nick Cannon's little brother, Gabriel Cannon. Nick Cannon and Gabriel Cannon, they started an organization called Stop Hating with Nick Cannon and Quincy Jones. Right. So Nick Cannon's little brother, Gabriel, runs that. So he comes out, we teach the kids videography, doing this same stuff right here, making it happen, getting it in with the cameras. Got the music studio, so we working on documentary and some CDs and stuff like that for the young people. Then we got a program called From Corners to College. Right. That's just getting inner city kids in college. We got the employment development program, and we just bought a store, a print shop out in our area so that we can actually give kids jobs, off top. So we doing all kind of stuff, after school tutoring, outreach, everything. We out here, you see all the stuff in the background going on. We out here in the street right now. We ain't doing this. This ain't no studio, nothing. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's hotter than cayenne pepper out here, man, at 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how y'all take it out here.
And we doing it right here in Phoenix right now. You feel me? Like I say, my man T Stone flew in, and we out here doing what we do, man. And we just glad to have him on the show. And we're glad that he's a guy that done lived there and been there and did that life. Now he's giving back. And my thing to all you players and hustlers and gangsters and gangbangers out there, it's time to flip that game now. You feel me? It's time out for trying to be a drug dealer. It's time out for trying to be a gangbanger. It's time out for trying to be all of that, because guess what? All that is failure, man. You feel me? Many have tried to do what you trying to do if you out there in that life, and that's any hustler, any gangbanger, any drug dealer. All of that, man, was a dead end. You feel me? You ain't gonna get no good results when you talk to a person who's really been out there in that lifestyle, So you hearing all of the cars and the little motorcycles rolling out here because, like T Stone said, we in the streets with it, man. You feel me? And we don't care about hearing the cars and all of that. I'd rather hear a car driving than a gun barrel blaming, you know what I mean, as somebody out here in the streets. So we just want to uplift, man, and we glad that me and T Stone and we done hooked down with his movement, and he's down with me and my wife's movement, The Streets Don't Love You Back. And we just thanking God, for his many blessings that he's done brought in our life. He was in a gang, I was in a gang, he hustled, I hustled. So what better people that can tell you about that street life than people who's done already lived it, This ain't no we trying to live it. We've been there and did that, and God blessed us to come out on the other side of the coin, And T Stone, I want to ask you something, man. Tell the young viewers out here about how you got caught up and was facing them life bits, man. You know what I mean? Tell them how blessed you is to be here.
Yeah. Man, I'm real blessed, man, just to be here. You know, I was facing my last time, you know, being locked up, facing 2 life sentences, man, and you know, and in a situation like that, then just like the name of your movement, the streets don't love you back. That's when you realize it. When you looking for that love, and you really need that love, and cats is locked up. Know what I'm talking about? Cats be in a situation. Know what I'm talking about? You know, they don't come get you. Right. You know what I'm saying? They just be like, oh, the homie about to get washed, you know. But you know, a situation like that for a cat that really love his neighborhood, that should break your heart, homie. That should make you feel like man, I should, you know, like, you know, why y'all not come and get me or whatever. But it should break your heart. But it should break your heart enough that you should want to change. You know what I mean? It should break your heart enough that you feel like man, I don't want my little brother, my little sister, my little cousin, or my little homie to feel this heartbreak. So you should be able to come back and help them out, you know. And that's what happened to me. Just that heartbreak of like, damn. Excuse me, I ain't supposed to say that, huh?
Go ahead, we live, baby.
Okay, damn. You know, but
keeping it real right
you know,
here, man.
but you know, you should be pulled to come back, homie, and try to get these kids out of that situation or whatever situation, you know, that they going through. You know, else we not gonna survive. You know what I mean? And earlier you was talking about the hustle. You know, a lot of cats out there, they like, man, if I don't hustle, I don't know what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? But if you're a real hustler, you can hustle anything. You know what I mean? I don't care if you go hustle bottled waters. You sell 1 million bottled waters, baby, you're a millionaire. You know what I mean? So hustle $1 of water.
$1 million. Think about that, brother.
$1 of water.
If you come to Arizona, let me tell you something. You stand on any corner out here and get you some bags of water, I guarantee you they'll be gone, brother. So, right. If you think you got to be a hustler selling drugs, I tell you something, you cast them drugs in and you get you some water here in sunny Arizona, I guarantee you they'll see you on that corner day in and day out. You won't get enough water. You feel me? Because it be running out of stock, baby, you know? So, hey, man, the brother telling you the real out here, man. It's time to change your hustle up. Do something right, man. You know what I mean? Because a real hustler can hustle anything. You feel me? And it's about that, man. It's about each one, teach one, reach one, learn, bless one, you know? And it's a lot of homeboys, like I said, who I come up with, and they just coming off 18, 20-year bits, you dig me? So what better guy, once again, can tell you that the streets don't love you back? And that's a guy who's done actually been there and lived that, man. If you ain't never been to penitentiary, you ain't trying to go. If you ain't never been shot, you ain't trying to be shot. If you don't want to be in no castic, you need to get out the streets right now. If you somebody in the streets that's thinking you that guy, you know, because we all done been there, man, and it's only a few survive that lifestyle, and it's only a few that truly live to tell their message, brother, you know. So I'm going to turn the mic back over to my man Stone, and he's going to enlighten you on some other things and the people that he's working with out there in California helping in the streets.
Yeah, and before I do, I just want to say, homie, that I just appreciate you, you know, because I know you done expanded you nationwide with it, you know what I mean, and that's appreciated from a younger cat. You know, I'm a younger cat right here.
It's all good, though, you know.
Well, it's appreciated because you out here, but you're not just, you you connecting people. You know what I mean? You know, all across the nation, cats with like minds that been through it, you know, and bumped their head or whatever situation they had to go through to realize, like, damn, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? But not only that, it's not right, but I got to work on giving back. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. But I just want to say, you know, with us, you know, we're in California. We're in a couple other states, but mainly in California doing our thing. So, like my contact information, you know, you can contact me on www.yvyla-ie.org and all the information on our programs and things like that. You know, because like with me, man, I try to be just an example that you can be whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? You know, I got, you know, senators and congressmen on my cell phone. You know what I mean? I can just hit them. I don't need a waiting list or nothing like that. You know, she ordering some burritos right now.
Right.
It's all good.
And it's good. Hey, like T Stone said, we are here and we're very serious about what we're doing. Yeah. But we took a night off, you know what I mean, just to really enjoy, you know what I'm saying? And T Stone is right here in Phoenix, Arizona with me and the missus, and we just enjoying life, man. But at the same time, we letting you youth and others know, man, you can do the same thing, brother, you know what I mean? Because we done had enough drug dealers, and listen to me real good. We done had enough drug dealers. We done had enough thugs. We done had enough gangbangers, you know what I'm saying? And out of all of them, you can find them in the penitentiary or in the graveyard. You feel me, brother? And it's about becoming something in life, man. You know what I mean? You can be a doctor, a lawyer, a scientist, a leader. You know what I'm saying? Own your own business. And a lot of people say, well, ain't no job. Let me tell you something, brother. The more time you spend on the internet, and listen to me real good, all the time that you spend on the internet, you could be learning how to start your own PayPal account. You can sell you some socks, shoes, T-shirts, hats, or whatever. You feel me? And get up in the night and check your email and see if you got some money there. You know, that's the new hustle of the day, brothers and sisters. You feel me? Out there on the block ain't the hustle, man. That's the old hustle. And that old hustle will send you two places, and that's the penitentiary or the graveyard, or your homeboy done turned state evidence on you, or he done put two in the back of your head, one your pack. You know what I'm saying? So all that's washed up, man. That's old is dirt, far as I'm concerned. You know, I respect a hustler that can hustle anything and not just no drugs. You feel me? It's about real business out here, man. And at the end of the day, it's about taking care of family and about expanding your horizon out here, man, and getting educated. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, man. So, hey, check us out at www.thestreetsdon'tloveyouback.ning.com. And like we always say, we keep it in the hood, because we want to make sure that brothers and sisters that's down here in the hood learn that you don't have to be part of your environment. You feel me? And that's why you hear the car scritching in the back and all of that, because we keeping it 100. Here you go, my brother.
I just want to say, you know, just thank you, homie. You know, just, you know, and everybody out there doing something positive, you know, keep up the good work. Anybody out there thinking about doing something positive, latch on to a positive, homie, you know, and just go in and just make it happen. You know what I mean? That's real stuff right there. You know what I mean? You know, just make it happen. You know, just get it in. Let's go. You know, like Rob was saying, you know, like if you a hustler, you can hustle anything. I ain't had a job in 10 years.
My man.
You know what I mean? But I've been getting paid for 10 years because I made myself a job, and now, you know, I do what I do. I'm a professional at what I do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Street and state certified at doing what I'm doing. So just make it happen for you. You know, and like I said, I appreciate you, man.
We appreciate you, man. You feel
right.
me? And we appreciate you coming to the show. And like I said, we want to make an announcement before we get off the air. Me and my wife's newsletter, the Streets Don't Love You Back newsletter, we started out in 5 prisons, you know, federal and state. Now we're in 40 prisons across the country, and that's men and women's prison. Listen to what I just said. We started out in 5 prisons, federal and state. Now the newsletter is in 40 prisons across the country. You feel me? We got street soldiers inside the prison that's spreading that message to the ones that's coming back out here on the street. And I'm talking about lifers and ones got long time that's on the Streets Don't Love You Back movement team, and they teaching and educating these kids. Look at me. I'm doing life. I don't have a chance, but you got to outdate. You have a chance to go back out there and do something right. So this is what me and my wife love. We love that the movement is spreading, you feel me? And we like to thank our street soldiers in the streets that take the message to the street and educate these kids, because that's what I'm about, you know what I mean? We are dedicated to what we do. We won't detour to what we do. And if something ever happened to me, my wife would definitely carry it on, because I'm like Martin Luther King, you feel me? I had a dream, you know, and my dream has came alive, you dig? And we just loving life, and we just saying, may God be with you. And if you ever think you can't make it, always look up in the sky and ask God, you know what I mean? My life can be worse than it is, but I thank you for the grace that you have put up on my life and the people you have put around me. So I thank God every day. You know what I mean? Any last words, T-Stone?
Oh, no, that's it. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, man. I'm tired, and it's hot out here.
There it is. Hey, me and T-Stone live right here at the Change Reality TV show. We live, baby, and hey, we don't do nothing. We do it uncut, uncensored, and we just like to bring the real to the table. One love, peace out, and to all my soldiers, remember, the streets don't love you back, and keep up the good work. Peace. Yeah, this the Streets Don't Love You Back. We dedicate this to all the youths across America, all those who've been abandoned by their parents and loved ones. We let you know that God is good.